All right. I know why I'm the Orioles. Um, wow, the Diamondbacks were good the year after they won the World Series. Wow, I couldn't have told you that. So, um, looking at this is probably the greatest offensive season of all time. Wow. Josh a 333 OBP and a 333 ERA and a 353 OBP as a team. Cody Bellinger put up one of the best seasons ever. 333, 439, 716, 1156 OPS, 10.8 WAR, 63 homers. It's only 26. He won the World Series. Won World Series MVP. No, Gavin Lux won World Series MVP. And somehow OOTP stops bugging. Somehow Walker Buehler, who won the Cy Young, got a first place vote. So we're gonna do the same thing. Did last offseason we're just gonna simulate it week by week. That we don't miss any news, any big news. Other awards: Shane Bieber won his second straight AL Cy Young. Walker Buehler won the NL Cy Young, and here we go. Arbitration. What's run scored? Kyle Keller, the reliever, out 3 to 4 months, but he will be back to Texas by March at the latest. Let's see. Wow. Your headliners are Tommy Pham and a 38-year-old pitcher. Not just. Oh, God. I mean, Baez coming off a major injury. Scherzer's 30. I mean, I guess Correa, but. And Conforto? I don't know. We'll see. JK. JK. I love J Cave because he always sounds like JK. Just kidding. He always got the Yankees, I believe, traded him to the Twins. Yeah, in 2018. So it's just like, can we have Aaron Judge? J Cave. And St. Louis trades Ryan Stanek to Miami for JJ Negro. I gotta see if he's related to Phil. Or Joe. I mean, if he's related to one, he's related to both, so. He's Phil's nephew, Joe's son. It's pretty cool. Of course, never got to see Phil or Joe play. So free agency is pretty weak this year. But we'll still take this week by week. To see what happens. Miracle obviously is the richest contract. We knew that already. Simulate week by week. Sheesh, Aaron Noah's hurt. That's sucks. Is that Ross Stripling? And is that Kenta Maeda traded to the Yankees? What? Well, okay, these trades are getting wild. All right, here we go. First, Aaron Noah. Oh, yeesh. He is done for 2022. It's going to hurt the Phillies. And yeah, that was Ross. The replace Aaron Noah, they got Ross Stripling, who what? Got cut by the Dodgers a season removed from an All-Star appearance. Ended up in Baltimore. Got traded to the Phillies. Two-time All-Star though, so we got that going for him. Ryan Presley to Minnesota. Um, has one All-Star appearance to his name. Of course, that was when he was in Houston. Those guys should say back to Minnesota. Got that going for him. Yasuaki Yamazaki. 29-year-old reliever. If he can recapture this form he has from 2017 2020, a bit less of this here in 2021, he's going to be so good for Arizona. Wow, Verlander uh, to Anaheim. Anaheim's really going all out, aren't they? Liam Hendricks, I believe he goes from Anaheim to Los Angeles. No, Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Um, Pretty decent reliever, all things considered. Henson Maeda to Luke Voigt. And they got Luis Gil back. Let's go. That's a win for Minnesota. I guess they officially won the JK trade. JK. Austin Adams to Minnesota for prospects and batting leaders. Well, yeah, it's about all expected. Next, we got one major free agent signing, Joseph Verlander. I guess the international class must be pretty deep this year because I do see some more international players coming in. All right, so back here, Taylor Rogers to Houston. Okay, Robbie Ray back to Arizona after a year in Philadelphia. No, correction, Robbie Ray to Houston. I was looking at where did I get Arizona? I guess I just always associate Robert Ray with Arizona. And I think also maybe I saw Astros and assumed Arizona. Matt Barnes, or Yukon Husky, goes to Los Angeles. The Dodgers. Oakland has changed Sky Bolt for Rainbow Tapia. I guess. I don't know. I think Sky Bolt's going to take off in Colorado, whatever. Well, Boston brings in Taiwanese outfielder Huayu Zhao. I'm going to butcher all these foreign names, honestly. Okay. We don't have any stats for him. Pretty fast though. He's a decent hitter, I guess. Pretty good at defense too. Probably last you a little longer if you move over to left. Not even in the World Baseball Classic. So they really just signed this dude off the street in Taiwan through 2026. winter meetings. Now we're gonna get a lot of signings. Archie Bradley goes to the goes to the Yankees. Former University of Oklahoma quarterback Archie Bradley. Who? Well, okay, signed to play football at Oklahoma, instead signed to a Diamondbacks. And wow, so they tell Carlos Correa, get the hell out of here and bring in Javier Baez. Coming off of a major injury. Now Baez is 29. This is his 30th, age 30 season. Coming off a major injury. Hasn't been the best, but he's been more than solid. Can't believe the Cubs let him walk. Carl Edwards Jr., the string bean slinger, to Anaheim for Jordan Gubelman, Pedro Diaz. Michael Brantley traded to Philadelphia. That's decently big for prospects. Brett Auerbach is going to Seattle. Let's go. Roll Tide to that. Roll Tide. I love Brett Auerbach. The dude. Oh my God, Brett Auerbach. They have his actual college stats on here. There is no chance Brett Auerbach's real 2020 OBP will only be 362. Every game, he found a way to get on base one way or another. Like, legit, every time I watched him play, whenever I was working baseball, Brett Auerbach always found a way to get on base. I love Brett Auerbach. Well, here's the thing. I love all my Bama, all the Bama boys. Roll Tide to that. Catcher of the future in Seattle. Look at this. Look at him. Look at that blaze it. OBP. A's and Astros. Lou Trevino for a prospect. Cincinnati and Milwaukee. Sonny Gray going to Milwaukee. What? I mean, he's been injured since 2019, and he hasn't been particularly good when he was healthy. So it's less shocking than it should be. Hall of Fame voting means I'm going to do another Hall of Fame ballot. Matthew Boyd goes to the Royals. Kai Tom, our favorite player, goes to Jose Godoy in St. Louis. Oh, who cares to know? That's a great name, Miguel Angel Sierra. Yeah. I'm gonna do Hall of Fame voting. I'm not sure who's on the ballot this year. I had no idea Prince Fielder's nickname was Uncle Phil. Okay, we're gonna definitely do Manny Ramirez. Definitely do Alex Rodriguez. Definitely do Gary Sheffield. Sammy Sosa. Yeah, sure, we'll do Ortiz again. I mean, he's probably gonna get in anyway. Todd Helton, obviously. Which I'll vote Bobby Abreu. I don't think he's gonna get in, but I want to keep him on the ballot. It reminds me of something. You gotta do. Hopefully OOTP stops bugging and just. There we go. Now it's official. Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame. And while we're here, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Welcome to the club. Barry Bonds all got in last season. So I don't have to induct them, which is great. I did vote for them. I don't have to induct them, which is always nice. And the last one we gotta make right. Oh, okay. There's two more. Mark McGwire. I will not hesitate to manually induct like Sammy Sosa or May Ramirez. I do want to check this. You can remove players, so I'm gonna remove like. This is a perfect opportunity to just perfectly shape the Hall of Fame to my liking. Induct him into the Hall of Fame. Kenny Lofton, probably the coolest baseball player to ever live, honestly, Kenny Lofton. Now we can start taking out some guys who don't deserve it. Rabbit Moranville. What a better place to start than that? Um, look at these stats. He's not good. He's from Springfield. He built my great grandparents' house. Still doesn't take him out of the Hall of Fame. Not a fan of Rabbit Moranville. Next one, Barry Larkin. Barry Larkin was really the first guy when he was inducted. I thought, damn, maybe the Hall of Fame isn't perfect. This is tough. But you know what? I'm going to make the executive decision. I'm going to leave him in the Hall of Fame. I probably shouldn't. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Nope. Get out of here, Barry. No, this is my world. I take Barry Larkin out of the Hall of Fame. And the last one I want to take out, the one who has probably lowered the bar for every Hall of Famer since then. Harold Baines Jr.? I'm, of course, referring to Harold Baines. It's a loss for analytics everywhere. And Harold Baines got in the Hall of Fame. There's a reason that he got 4.8% of the vote. 6 All-Stars. Hell, Prince Fielder is a more compelling case than Harold Baines. Would not surprise me if. Anyway, I'm just gonna make this ballot because I don't think anyone else deserves it. I could vote in like Jeff Facero, but I'm gonna be the guy who votes in Jeff Facero. I love how Dan Heron's staying in the ballot for another year. Good for him. You know what? I'm gonna vote Andrew Jones. Help him a brave out. That's my ballot. So back to the off-season news. Yeah, there we go. There's all the stuff. I don't think Kenny Lofton ever wore number 85 though, so can't win them all. Ooh, the Braves got Carlos Correa. That is interesting. Wow. Krzyzewski to the Tigers for prospects, it looks like. Nick Ciufo. Ciufo. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Goes from Texas to New York after having been up and down from the minor leagues. Like, maybe he'll get a chance to play for the Mets. Joe Kelly, I assume. Yes, Joe Kelly. The Astros. Rule 5 and yeah, Craig Kimbrell did win Rookie of the Year. Forgot about that. It's a pretty good rookie too, honestly, for a reliever. Wow, no Syndergaard was in this class. I didn't even know. He's going to Philadelphia. Chicago Ink Star shortstop. Which Chicago? And which shortstop? Okay, so Syndergaard, the Phillies. He can stay healthy. It's a pretty good sign. Uh, Geronimo Franzua just came over from Japan to the Cardinals. Chicago Cubs signing Miguel Rojas. I would not call Miguel Rojas one of the game's marquee talents, especially when he wasn't even average last year. Below average for his career, hitting wise. But they need to replace Baez somehow. With flu-like symptoms. Oh no, does Will Smith have corona? Oh no, he'll be healthy in a week. Michael Conforto to LA. Losing Mookie Betts to the Giants and then going out and signing Michael Conforto. That would be a pretty Dodger move. To recapture that beautiful, pristine 2017 form. But not as of yet, nay. Next week, we'll see if we get any Christmas presents in terms of signed. Where's Corey Spanberg? Was it? No, it's Spanberg, not Spanberger. Steven Doug would get traded though, and Wilson Ramos back to Washington. We're gonna work on the Rays. What? Boston and Charlotte Fielder to $83 million. I think this is her second fielder now. Steven Duggar for 26-year-old first season. Chad Spanberger. Brad Hand goes to Arizona. Wilson Ramos returns to Washington for the first time since 2016. 3 years of the Mets. Wow. Javier Baez missed 6 days of the offseason. Kenley Jansen bolts from the Dodgers, signs with the Twins. Randall Workman goes to the Rays. Returns to the Rays. How did he play for 3 different teams last year? So, signed a 1-year contract, $2.2 million in Tampa Bay. Got waived, got picked up by the Cardinals, pitched really well over 4 innings, like really well. Got waived again, got picked up by the Orioles, pitched pretty badly. Ends up back in Tampa Bay. Let's see if he makes it through a full team this time. Raisel Iglesias goes to St. Louis. Former Reds and Mets player. Kevin Crone for Christian Arroyo. Star left fielders we're talking about. It's Tommy Pham. You're gonna give $83 million to Tommy fucking Pham. He's entering his 34th season. He's been good. Not $83 million great. That's just saddening. Kim Smith Giants. Caleb Smith karaoke star. I gotta check that out. Veteran reliever. Who is that reliever though? Saving because it is the start of the year. Maybe. All right. So now we can take a look at all the stories. Starting off with, as I accidentally turned off my Bluetooth mouse, Caleb Smith karaoke star. So he's completely sober, saying karaoke. I imagine like a drinking song, like Piano Man. That would be funny, actually. I guess. Ha Seong Kim. Pretty good, actually, in Korea, coming over to America for the Giants. RJ Lens for prospects, and you become the very thing you swore to destroy. Craig Kimbrell. Houston. Zach Britton going to the Cardinals. I don't know why it took me so long to do that. I was looking right at that. Chris Martin leaves the Braves for the Astros. And Zach Greinke. Sheesh, coming off a pretty bad year. Zach Greinke, look at his stats. First time being below average since 2015. Look, if you're going to give a 38-year-old man $14.8 million a season. I won't hold that against you. Almost into next year. Robert Ozuna to the Dodgers, Tucker Barnhart to the Cardinals, Mayhew to Arizona. I don't know why Mayhew left. Like he was in a good place with the Yankees, and he still said fucking left. Marlins ran McCutcheon because that's where all old outfielders go. Red Sox overpaid for James Paxton. James Paxton was the pitching king of NPB, but oh, he's out, man. He's out. It's all of September, all of October, all of November, all of December, January, all there. I mean, I guess we're hoping he'll be ready by April or at the latest May. Robert Ozuna, in relation to Marcelo Ozuna or Pablo Ozuna. Plug in my laptop. Because it is dying. Tucker Barnhart goes the Cardinals. DJ LeMahieu to Arizona. I want to see how he did in Colorado compared to his last season in New York. Even worse. How do you go to Coors Field and have your slugging go down? Done. Simulate up to the Hall of Fame voting results. Another New York team signed Betances. Because Betances loves that city, godforsaken city. The Yankees signed Corey Knebel. Kevin Newman for Andrew Chafin. What? Garrett Richards, Kansas City. You can recapture 2024, man, maybe. Max Scherzer, coming off the worst season of his career, at least for a while. The Yankees for a year. Dylan Betances re-ups with the Yankees. Nice. Send someone for Edwin Rios. For Bishop. Alex Colomé to the Angels, Rangers. Alex Alvarado. I was at Jose Alvarado just out of force of habit. Indians, Starlin Castro. I think the Indians last season were pretty weak at second base. Like, who do they even have? Eric Marchand. That's an upgrade. I would put Marchand personally. Would not put him at shortstop, that's for sure. Well, no, they put Castro DH, so I guess it all works out. Eduardo Rodriguez to San Diego. Hall of Fame voting. Alex Rodriguez, 99.1% of the vote. David Ortiz, both in. All right, well, so I got to manually do this. Slamming Sammy Sosa. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. I had to use my executive order there. Jake Diekman to the Dodgers. I had to use my executive power to bring him in. I'm just saying it week by week till we get to spring training. Then it'll just be, some regular season, all that stuff. Nomar Mazara to Houston. Hansel Robles to Boston. So Nomar Mazara, only 26, returns to the state of Texas, not the team, not the Texas team, not the Rangers. He's playing for the Astros. Chris Taylor going to the Rangers? Eric Thames to the Angels? It was Chris Taylor to the Rangers. Look, it's not bad, but I want to see what the Rangers have. CT3, he's wearing number 4. Who do the Rangers have in center field beforehand? Is it Willie Calhoun? I don't know, but that was not. I mean, they must have clearly, or maybe they just want Chris Taylor for his versatility because he can play pretty much anywhere you ask him to, and pretty much everywhere well. I can see why that's appealing for Texas. Kyle Schwarber goes to the Tigers after a year in St. Louis. 7.1 million a year for a guy who was low average last season. Oh, okay. And Eric Thames goes to Anaheim. Pretty good season last year. Mostly playing first base for the not the Angels, for the Nationals. So surprised you lasted this long. Similar the next week. We got nothing. No signings, no trades, no injuries, nothing next week. Two weeks, no news, no signing, no trades, nothing. All right, we'll just send it to opening day. Oh, now we get a trade. Not opening day, spring training. So the day, 2 days before spring training, the Cubs traded Jarrell Cotton, who was no. 35 bad fucking ass. Quadruple A player. Look at these stats. So good in the minors and so terrible in the big leagues. Trey Mancini. So the Cubs realize they need Kyle Schwarber. Might as well get a better version of Kyle Schwarber. Spring training. Now we just simulate this through opening day. Let's take a look at, the headlines. There'll be some injuries, things like that. Maybe some trades. Like Gavin Lux, first day of spring training, the playing World Series MVP gets hurt. Um, that Willie Calhoun? Hold on. I gotta put a pause to spring training for a moment because I don't believe that the Rangers are just trading Willie Calhoun with a division rival, unless this is the Dodgers, which it makes a little more sense, but it still doesn't make much sense. They they traded Willie Calhoun for Kevin Gausman? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, looking at the Angels lineup now, where's Brian Goodman fit in? Doesn't. That rotation is stacked, though. Otani, Verlander, Kluber. When Otani is not. When Otani is not pitching. I forgot. I lost my train of thought there. Why did I click on the wrong? Back on the way to opening day. I'm very tired, if you can't tell. I don't know why I haven't been doing much all day. Stop. Oh, it's not opening day. Send me to open. Send me to opening day. Is that Matthew Drake getting injured? Yeah, I mean, now we're just waiting. I mean, of course, with my Trout's on me. I'm not gonna talk about these stats too much because they really don't matter. And who cares right now that like the Rockies are 4-7? Doesn't matter. The Kingdom's out for 6 months though. And Jordan Zimmerman too is hurt probably for a while because he's trash. I was just in the shower thinking about D. Gordon. That sounds pretty homesick. It sounds as gay as a bag of popcorn. Just waiting for games to actually matter. It makes me feel as if the world is not going to blow up. That's a great thing. Of course, now we don't have baseball, so yeah, the world's going to blow up. That's Tatis Jr. miss a couple weeks. That could put his opening day in jeopardy. The Padres. Maybe this the year the Padres finally take the leap and make the NOS. Win the NOS because they've been a couple years in a row. They've been a wild card team. That's not Jim Thorpe suffering the setback. Come on. I mean, like Casey Mize. I hate Casey Mize because he went to Auburn, but that's a pretty. It's jaw dropping ERA even for spring training, I guess. Like, all these stats are incredible. Like, oh, I was at 400. He'll be hitting 1364. You know, the ERA leaders are just no more. Corey Kluber's leading the American League ERA of 413. I doubt that for reportability reasons. Um, Mango, I was about to say, it's Colorado. That doesn't make sense. Colorado leading the league in ERA, but it's spring training. They're not in Colorado. But we see predictions is what we want. I am mashing escape right now. Can't wait to triple account. Which Martes is this? Francis Martes. His season's done. Um, Yankees, White Sox, and Angels are your three division winners in the American League. Your wild cards being the Astros and A's. Best hitters, all very expected. Best pitchers, again, pretty expected. National League, the Braves, Cardinals, and Dodgers. Wild cards, it could be the Phillies and the Cubs. We'll see. I was looking for news. I don't know why I missed that. Who's flying a drone? Oh God, you don't like. What about Trevor? Didn't Trevor Bauer teach you enough? He went out there, and the Indians were in the playoffs. The bloody like. He actually had to get removed because I gotta stop this. I accidentally started simming too early. So yeah, Trevor Bauer. One time he cut open his hand. I'm gonna simulate till specified date until specified date. Here we go. 30th. Not of March, of April 2022, and then we'll pick it up with the standings there. That's a click it. That will be a little important. Alfred has reached 20 hit game hitting streak. He had 18 start last season, at the end of last season. We'll see. Nothing we can really do at first. We're going to get to like the first month. We'll be able to more definitively tell good teams from the bad teams. I'm surprised because not once here on the NL leaderboards are we seeing the name Cody Bellinger. This is very odd, but that's how you know it's a season is still young. Cody Bellinger hasn't raked yet. Like these guys like Cody Hewer, Sean Poppin, and Tyler Mail, and Justice Cabrera, they will allow runs sooner rather than later. You heard about tennis in the National League? The Braves got no hit. The Marlins are in first! Could this finally be it? The Marlins are approaching their 20-year playoff drought. No! That's Stanton! That hurts. Hurts a lot. Oh, he's still looking pretty tight. I mean, no one more than 5 games out. 5.5. I like that. That's good. Carlos Carrasco out for the season. Look, you can come back from cancer and still pitch. Verlander's injured. Oh, no. I hit game for Nicholas Castellanos, and Pete Alonso's injured. Everyone's just getting hurt. Where the hell's Cody Bellinger? Could this be the end of the god of baseball, Cody Bellinger? Oh no, he just hit 3 home runs against the Rockies. And Eric Marchand, I was talking about how the Indians have a weakness at second base. He just hit 3 homers. Garrett Cole out for 2 weeks. It's going to hurt the Yankees. We're currently in fourth right now, barely 500. Christian Yelich has more steals and home runs, just like we all expected. Right to last Mike Trout. And Shohei Ohtani is leading the American League in batting right now. First of all, I want to hear this. What team is Andrew Benintendi on? Oh, the Mets. They traded the Mets? Wow. Ah, that hurt. 4 weeks. This Alex Reyes. I was going to say Franmil Reyes getting injured. So now let's go to the standings. Toronto leading the AL East. Of course, they're the reigning American champions. With Tampa Bay, Boston both a game behind. New York 4.5 games behind. Baltimore 5 back. Kansas City leading the Central with Chicago and Cleveland both 4 games behind. Minnesota 5 games back, and Detroit 8 games back. In the West, you have the Astros leading with the Angels 4.5 games back, the Rangers 7.5 games back, the A's 8 games back, the Mariners already 10 games back. That's pretty much it for them. Then the wild card would be Rays and Red Sox. Angels 2 games back. Yankees 3 games back. Orioles 3.5. White Sox and Indians both 4. Rangers and Twins both 5, and the A's 5.5. Naturally, of course, the Braves leading the East. The Marlins in second right now. Good for them. While Nationals, Mets, Phillies, Milwaukee leading the Central. St. Louis a game behind them. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Chicago in that order. White Sox are somehow the best team in Chicago. I don't know. Then the NL West. Arizona, followed by the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, San Francisco, and San Diego, 8.5 games back, and Colorado 10.5 games back. Last, they are the worst team. Every other team has double-digit wins. Colorado 9-22. Wild card, Los Angeles by half a game. San Francisco, St. Louis trailing by half a game. Miami Trying by 1 game. Let's go, Marlins. Come on, get in there. Washington by 1.5. Cincinnati by 2.5. And the Mets by 3.5. And Philly by 5.5. So we've been 14-20. Submit to 31st of June. Or 31st of May. There's no such thing as the 31st of June. Oh, that was a 24-game hitting streak going on. Wow. The Rockies, come on. When are y'all going to get to double-digit wins? Y'all are 9-25. 9-26. First story one player of the league. The Rockies are 9-26. They did it. It only took until May 4th, but they won 10 games. Jordan Yamamoto is actually dominating. So is David Price. I guess Yamamoto must have had a bad start. Oof, Fulton Nevich out for the season? That hurts the Braves, with the Marlins somehow right on their tail. Is that Addison Reed and Lucas Giolito getting into a fight? Somehow that doesn't surprise me at all. The AL Central is pretty pathetically weak. 84 wins is going to win that division. The Marlins take the lead over the Braves by half a game. Oh, no full game. The Marlins are 4 games up in the wild card. This is the best season the Marlins have had since 2003 already. And there's the Dodgers back over the Angels, over the Diamondbacks 8 games. The Marlins back in first by half a game. In the AL Central, there's a Braves back in first, by the way. One team with a winning record. Pretty weak. I think the Astros 40-16. This Marlins Braves battle is gonna be pretty good, but this Toronto Tampa Bay Boston battle also gonna be really good. Greinke's retiring. Wow. Zach Greinke just said fuck it and retired. All right, here we go. The Toronto at the end of May, leading by 2 games over Tampa Bay. Boston 2.5 back. Yankees 8.5 back, and Orioles 14.5 back. The Central, terrible division. None of these teams are really out of it. 31-29, the Royals lead. The Indians 29-31, 2 games back. Twins 2.5 games back. White Sox 6.5 back. Tigers 7.5 back. The Astros are 30 or 43-17. That's just mind-boggling. The Dodgers last season set the all-time record with 67 wins before the break, but the Astros and Dodgers have a chance of breaking that. And then Texas, Oakland, Seattle. Wild card. Anaheim, Tampa Bay, Boston, Texas right there too. Now in the National League, the Angels with the Marlins right behind them. Well, it was like the Angels. I saw the A. Oh god, I'm really tired. Atlanta with Miami right behind them. Go Marlins, honestly. I want to see the Marlins make the playoffs. I think it'll be good for them. Washington, New York, Philadelphia, St. Louis, with a half-game lead over Milwaukee, but they're pretty ice cold. Another bad division. Pirates at 27-34 have a fair shot of winning that. But the Dodgers, yeah, Dodgers in. Miami, Milwaukee are wild cards with Washington 1.5 back. 2 games back each for the Diamondbacks and Reds. 2.5 for the Mets. 3 for the Giants. This one be pretty bad. Pretty bad playoff teams. Now we'll simulate to the end of June. Musgrove was no hitter. Good for him. Oh, there's Bellinger. There he is. Took him a little while to get going, but he decided, oh, wait, I'm Cody Bellinger. Didn't even notice that. Trout his 400th homer. It's the draft. No, in this simulation, I really don't care about the draft. Wander Franco! 25-game hitting streak. Good for him. Yeah, Marlins are starting to fade. That makes me sad. But yeah, the Red Sox Blue Jays battle is starting to heat up as the Braves start to pull away. And don't forget the NL Central battle and the AL Central battle for that matter. Alex Verdugo, batting champion. Season ended today. Oh, the Marlins are starting to claw their way back, and the Brewers taking the lead over from the Cardinals. Tied atop the AL East. No, not for long. Not for long. Um, 58. So the Astros are going to win the World Series. I'll be shocked if the Astros don't win the World Series. My God, they have a 7-game lead on everyone. The Yankees are talking about selling. Well, I mean, I didn't expect the Yankees to be here sitting here at 40 and 41 halfway through the season. Oh, we got the Indians. I think we could have our first sub 500 division champion come from the AL Central. Yeah. Yeah, the Indians are only a game back. They're sitting at 500. End of June. All right, here we go. Red Sox dominant. Blue Jays starting to lag behind a little bit. Kind of meh over the last 10 games. So are the Red Sox. So the Royals, Royals with this is 1-game lead. 1-game lead at 44 and 43. We're gonna get. I said 84 wins are gonna win the division. I think 80 wins might win that division. Honestly, that's just how bad the AL Central is. Houston, they need to win 5 games. If they win 5 games before the break, then they will set the record for most wins at the All Star break. Anaheim, Texas, Oakland, Seattle. I think the Braves, Marlins, well, they're both the entire division's kind of meh. Not the last 10. Marlins still in it. Still in it. Nationals, Mets, Phillies. Brewers with a narrow lead over the Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, and Pirates. And West, Dodgers, Giants, Diamondbacks, Padres, Rockies. Wild card. Giants and a half game lead over the Cardinals, Marlins game behind, Diamondbacks, Reds a game and a half behind, Nationals 2.5, and the Mets 4. Now simulate to the break. If they win 5 games, 68 wins before the All Star break. Never been done before. Never been done. Is Monty Grandal trade away from the White Sox? Astros are at 65. This is Starlin Cashka traded to the Astros. Hey, here come the White Sox. They're 66 now. Need two more. Lucas Giolito. Oh, that's a killer. Killer for the White Sox. They're killing it out for 2 months. That's a killer for the Mariners, but they are not that good anyway, so who cares? Mariners still have yet to win a pennant. Syndergaard already traded to a division rival. And they're up 69 wins for the Astros. Nice. Nice. 69 wins. All-time record for wins before the All-Star break. Comes by the 22 Houston Astros. Also at the All-Star break, the Marlins could make the playoffs. And the Royals are primed to become your first sub 500 division winner, sitting there at 48 and 47. Alex Verdugo's hitting fucking 370, man. What the fuck? Excuse me. Also, Mike Trout has 6 more at the All-Star break. What the fuck? Who's Mike Trout, though? The Yankees somehow have clawed their way back in the wild card spot. They were dead to rights. Started heating up, I guess. Now, I kind of want to see the Royals make the I just realized this. I'll go on in a second. Ronald Acuna Jr. is third in the National League in batting average at 296. The fuck? But like, okay, so anyway, like I'm torn. Like on one hand, a division winner at below 500 is hilarious. On another hand, the Angels are 53-40. They don't have to play in a wild card game. They're playing one game to decide whether they make it or not, make the playoffs or not. And Blue Jays and Yankees and Rays, two of them are going to miss the playoffs. Better records than the Royals. Or the White Sox or Indians or whoever wins that division. Yeah, we're on the precipice of pretty bad history right now. Pretty bad history nobody really wants to be a part of. Red Sox, Royals, and White Sox tied top the division at 47 and 49. I said 80 wins might win that division, and I'm sticking by that. The Astros record 69 wins before the break. Nice. Angels, Rangers, then wild card, Angels, Blue Jays, Rays, Rangers, all in 3 games. And basically, whoever doesn't win the division between the Royals and White Sox has no chance of making the playoffs. National League. Braves are starting to run away with it. The Marlins, they're going to need a lot of help. Cardinals, Brewers right behind them. Dodgers also run away with it. Brewers leading the wild card. Giants right there too. And the Marlins are only a game behind. For that matter, the Diamondbacks are 2 games. So the Reds are 1.5 games behind. The Diamondbacks 2 games behind. So now Could we have another 60 homer season? I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying it won't happen. Joey Gallo win the home run derby and something that surprised literally exactly 0 people. Um, Royals and White Sox still tied atop the AL Central at 48 and 49. And the Astros still just going scorched earth on everything in their path. I guess. Cunha is over 300, so yeah, whoa, 300 hitters, I guess. The White Sox now have a division lead at 49-51. I'm sorry if I'm focusing on this, but 50 and 52 Royals leading division. How can I not focus on it? Even though there's a probably and probably I mean there definitely is a much better race in the NL Central. That said, that's better baseball. This is more chaotic. 500. We have 500 for the White Sox. Let's go. Oh, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, Freddie Freeman for the cycle. Let's go. That's my guy. My favorite Canadian. Freddie Freeman. 500 for the Royals. Let's go. And speaking of 500, the Royals are over it now. Let's go. Yes. Josh Bell got flipped to either the Yankees or Mets. Probably the Yankees, I would imagine, right? They could use him. I was gonna say it was, yeah. The Marlins have now slipped down to 500. The Yankees and Rays only one game back. This is fun. This is chaotic. This is wrapped up. This is wrapped up. This is starting to get a little wrapped up for my liking. But I do want to see if Josh Bell is now a Yankee or a Met. I would imagine the Yankees have more use for Josh Bell, which is in New York. Yes, it is the Yankees. They could use a power hitter like Josh Bell in a hitter's park like Yankee Stadium. The Angels now out of the wild card spot by half a game. Also, the AL Central leading Kansas City Royals 55 and 56, and the Astros have clinched a 500 record on the end of August. So let me pull out my phone here and do the math. Yeah, so are 81 wins through 112 games. They need to go 36 and 14 over their last 50 games to break the all-time wins record. Win 117 games. We're gonna keep an eye on that. August has 31 days. Yes. Keep an eye on that. Also keep an eye on the AL Central because that is hilarious. Woo! I mean, I feel like throwing a party every time the division leader reaches like over 500. Tampa Bay Rays now leading the AL East. They can't do it. The Central just can't do it. They'll get to 500. They refuse to go over 500. Yeah, exactly right. Just proving my point again. Get to 500. Ah, they lost another one. Well, the Indians made a game up on them. So the White Sox, for that matter. $50. Let's go. No, come on. Do it. Go over 500. They're briefly over 500 last month. Bruster, no! It's a tragedy. They're not going over 500. But the Astros have slightly fallen off of their pace to set the record. They did it! Over 500! Let's go! By a whole game! Over 500. 2 games! Okay, well, only one. Let's calm down. Put him book for a second. Astros sitting at 88. This is interesting because we will win Kyle's under 44 homers. We will see. 89. We will see. There's 90. If the Astros are going to challenge the 2001 Mariners, 1906 Cubs for most wins in a season. They just lost back to back though. They're falling off their pace. They won like 4 in a row. Royals and Indians tied atop the Central. They got like 98 wins by the end of the month. I'm liking their odds for the Astros. But if the first number of that winning percentage is a 6, yeah, we'll see how quickly they can wrap up the division too. That's also the Indians take the lead. No, not for long. Yeesh, they're just we're not collapsing. We're still 95 and 40, but still. Whoa. So I thought this is 97 over here for the Dodgers, and I was about to be like, yo, we got to hold on a second. Our first team eliminated the Rockies, 47-90. Rays, the half game lead over the Yankees. Indians, the game lead over the Royals. Astros, 16-game lead over the Angels. Angels and the Yankees in the wild card spot. Rays, yeah. Cardinals 5-game lead over the Brewers. Dodgers, yeah. Dodgers and Brewers for the wild card. So, 97-41. 138 games played. They're 24. They're 20-4. Said if they got 98, I could like their odds. They didn't get 98. They had 97. It's a lot tougher now. Maybe they'll go on a huge run. I don't know. Let's simulate to the end of the regular season. Mariners are our next casualty. And no wonder, Franco, that's going to hurt for the Rays. 98. We'll see. 99. Dodgers and Astros with clinch postseason berths. And 42. 142. Gotta go 17-3 over the last 20. I don't think they can do it. I think when 16. 16's up in the air. don't think they're going to win 117. Baltimore is your next casualty. If they do, well, then the Buzzers are working overtime. I don't think they will. I just don't think they'll do that. OOTP is bugging right now. And the Dodgers just wrapped up the West, the NL West. And Houston's wrapped up the AL West, but will they play for that elusive 117 wins, a mythical 117 wins? The A's are your next casualty in the playoff eliminations. The Indians still leading the division at 71-73. How much? What's the magic number for the Astros can only afford to lose 2 more games? Yeah, there's the Braves. That's what I was about to say. The Braves just wrapped up the NL East, of course. Now the Astros can afford to lose 1 game. They're still mathematically alive for the record at 105-44. These need to go 12-1. 105-45. They need to win out. Arizona, San Diego, Philadelphia, Toronto, surprisingly, all your playoff casualties. They need to win out, but they're still in it. The math's still in it with 12 games to go. 106. St. Louis clinched the playoffs. Did not clinch the division yet. '73 and '78. Jesus Christ, this is a bad division. I'd over the White Sox to come back and win this thing. Honestly, if we're keeping it Babe Ruth 100. Tampa Bay at least clinch a playoff spot, and there it is. 106-46. They can still tie it. Still alive to tie. The all-time record. They win their last 9 games. We'll get another 116 or 46 team. They lose one more though than the 2001 Mariners. Pop their champagne for one more year. They lost another one. They lost it. So congratulations to the 2001 Mariners. You're still alive. You're still the team with the most wins in a single season. Tampa Bay and New York still fighting for the AL East. Cleveland, well, basically everyone but the Tigers fighting for the AL Central. AL West is all wrapped up. It's all over but the shouting. The NL, Braves clinched that. The Marlins and Nationals still mathematically alive for the playoffs. Same thing with the Brewers and Cubs. The Brewers may clinch a wild card sooner rather than later. And the Giants. So all these teams are competing for 2 playoff spots. Mets eliminated. Cubs eliminated. So now we got the Brewers, Marlins, Nationals, Giants. 4 teams fighting for 2 spots, so mathematically alive. There were no Here in late September. These are the money games. These are the games that get paid. These are the games that get players paid. These are the games that get players laid. So, still got a few divisions up for grabs. The AL East, the AL Central, and the NL Central, all up for grabs. And for that matter, we do have some playoff berths still up for grabs in the AL Central. None of these teams, uh, Indians, Royals, Twins, all mathematically alive for the playoffs. Cardinals won the World Series in 2006 and 1979. The Marlins are eliminated. Damn, that hurt. That hurt. Just a little bit. The White Sox have been eliminated. Milwaukee clinched a playoff berth, still alive for the division. The Nationals and Giants still fighting. I hope that we get to see the Yankees and Rays play on the last weekend of the season to decide who wins the division. I would have loved that. Um, Giants. All right, so the playoff picture is set in the National League. I mean, not completely set. We know what the wild card game is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be in Milwaukee or in San Francisco. In the AL, only one division has been wrapped up. The Indians clinch an 80 and 80. Yeah, 500 division champion. All right. So the Rays and Yankees still alive. The Astros 111.50. Dodgers 107.54. Two best teams in their respective leagues. We're going to go to schedule for today. Most of these teams have nothing to play for. But if the Yankees can beat the rival Red Sox in New York, and they're going to rely on a pretty bad Tigers team, honestly, to beat the Rays, we'll have a tiebreaker game for the AL East. Actually, shout out to the Braves and Mets playing a doubleheader in the last game of the season. Usually they just, if the games have no bearing on playoff seeds, they will just not play them. Also, the White Sox can give us our first sub 500 division winner if they defend their home field against the Indians. That's it. So, as you can tell, look at these standings. The Rays lost. The Yankees couldn't get it done. The Yankees clinched. The Rays clinched the others. The Yankees clinched a wild card. And the White Sox gave us our first below 500 division champion. The 80 and 82 Cleveland Indians. For comparison, the 85-77 Red Sox won 5 straight and will miss the postseason. Yankees will go to Anaheim for the wild card game. In the NL, Braves steamrolled the division. Cardinals clinched it by 5 games over the Brewers, who will host the Giants in the wild card game, and of course the Dodgers steamrolled the West. Kenta Maeda versus Eduardo Rodriguez. I doubt this is going to be the matchup for a winner-take-all game. Yankees are kind of mediocre on the road. Angels are pretty good at home. But the Angels have dominated the Yankees. So we will see. We're getting ready. Let's prepare for the American League wild card game. It's the Angels' third consecutive wild card game. Despite the injury, Giancarlo Stanton still finished with 41 home runs. Everyone's hitting dingers. Hell, Mike Ford is 34. Let's start Jonathan Losaga. Bell, Eric Thames, Willie Calhoun, Mike Trout, Rendon, Posey. Interesting. It's not since the aging. No Otani in the lineup. He must have just pitched or something. I imagine, though, he's very much available off the bench. Oh, sold out crowd. What? Sold out crowd here in Anaheim, California. Angels, Yankees, wild card game. The winner goes to Houston. I forgot about that for a second. This is my angle could always do. 1-0 Angels. They got one in the bottom of the first. On an RBI from Trout. Another. This one's from Justin Upton. 4 hits, nothing doing for the Yankees so far. Through 3. Through 4. They've had 5. They just can't score. Cannot scratch across a run to save. And speak of the devil, Hank Gleyber Torres home run gets them on the board. But the Angels get it right back. Now here comes Garrett Cole out of the pen. They need to shut down the Angels. They need their offense to wake up. And it just can't. 4-1 now. All right, Miguel Andujar, 3 for 3 today. One of the few bright spots for the Yankees. Router to short. Simmons to first, and time for the out. Ty Buttrey on the mound for Anaheim. Here's Mike Ford. Struck out his last time at bat. Flies this one to right center field. Trout ranging over. Trout's there for the grab, and the Yankees might be down to the last batter of the season. Aaron Hicks struck out 2 men on. And he'll strike out this time. The game is over. Anaheim beats New York. They'll go to Houston. Take on the Astros. Now we got in Milwaukee. Proud baseball tradition in Milwaukee. Yeah. Brewers and the Giants. The Brewers won the season series 4-2. Jay Martinez is on this Milwaukee team. Yeah, it's not looking good for Milwaukee. I mean, like, how can I feel optimistic if I'm the Brewers right now? They're starting a guy who had 3 at-bats this season, who played in 1 game this season, and Ronnie Rodriguez. I imagine he was brought up because they needed someone. They had injuries. He was the only one they had left. And so, let's begin the second wild card game. The roof's closed here tonight in Milwaukee. Sold out crowd. Don't have to worry about the weather, obviously. Or any of that. If Ronnie Rodriguez becomes the hero of this All Star game, not this All Star, of this wild card game, I'll laugh so hard. See what the Giants, nothing doing in the first for the Giants. The Brewers go down and Brewers go down without a hit. Giants going across in the Helio Ramos home run. Still nothing doing for the Brewers. 2 come across, a 2-run dinger by Christian Yelich. But the Giants tie it right back thanks to a Joey Bart RBI. 2-2 through 4, it's exciting. 2-2 through 5. This is intense. 2-2 through 6. Neither team is willing to budge. Noting they pulled Ronnie Rodriguez for Ryan Healy. That's Hader in the game now. We don't know Hader's reputation in playoff games. 2 come across. RBIs from Evan White and Didi Gregorius. Hader's out there to try and shut the door. But they got their 2-3-4 count, including Ramos. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Winner of this game heads to LA. 1 down. First pitch of the at-bat. That's a fly ball. Right center field. Brandon Marsh making the grab. Milwaukee about ready to celebrate. Julio Ramos. The only thing standing in the way. A 2-2. Kyle Zurak on the mound now for Milwaukee. Struck him out. The Brewers take out the Giants. They'll head to Dodger Stadium. Today this is the beginning of the two American League series. We got two American League games today. I want to see how far the Indians can go. Wouldn't it be funny if the Indians team that broke their title drought, their World Series drought, was a team that went 80 and 82 in the regular season? I think that would just be hilarious. After one, Astros won, and Indians took game one on the road in Tampa Bay. Got games from both leagues going on today. 2-0 leads for the Astros and Indians. The Brewers defeat the top 4 straight fucking years. The Braves lose to in the NLDS. Travel day for the American League. National League has played 2 games today. The Brewers take game 2. The Braves tie up the series is what we like to see. So now back to the American League. Travel day's over. We got both teams want their ticket to the ALCS. The Indians do. Wow, the first sub 500 team, division winner in the history of Major League Baseball. Let's go in the ALCS. The Astros lost to the Angels. I'll turn to Mike Minor. Try and punch their ticket today. National League also playing both their games today. And Houston is going. It'll be Houston and Cleveland. And Dodgers strike back, beat Milwaukee. And the Cardinals, the fucking Cardinals. We got 2 winner-take-all games. One in Los Angeles, one in Atlanta. I'm gonna got travel day first. Simulate them both because if I simulate one, I'm gonna miss. If I play one, I'm gonna miss the other. Come on, Braves, please beat the fucking Cardinals. Just beat the fucking Cardinals. Finally. 4 years. 4 years it took. 4 straight years the Braves played the Cardinals in the NLDS. In 4 straight years, they won. It was and 3 of those years they lost. They finally won one. And the Dodgers come back from 2-0 down to beat the Brewers. Move on to the League Championship Series. Astros and Indians, Dodgers and Braves. The Dodgers could repeat the World Champions. That's still alive. Got an American League game today, and maybe a National League game. I didn't check. No, we did not. And the Indians. Okay. Okay, and the Dodgers take game 1. Travel day for the American League. Still got a National League game. Dodgers take game 2. I expected. They upset a 112-50 Houston Astros. They went 2 in Houston. And go 2-1 in Cleveland. And they'll win the pennant on their home field. They lost. Took one on the chin right there. Jameson Taillon on the bump for the Indians today. and they lost again. They're actually really good at home and really bad on the road. Like, Indians 3-2 in that series. They got travel day there. And the Dodgers and Braves also 3-2. Come on, Braves. Damn it. Well, wouldn't it be something before I start first about it again? Because the last time the Indians won the World Series, they did it by beating the Boston Braves. That was 1948. So if 2022 the Indians win the World Series beating the Atlanta Braves, that would be something. The Indians can wrap up the series today in Houston. Holy shit. 80 and 82 Indians. 80 and 82 beat the 112 and 50 Houston Astros. Uh, the Astros scored 898 runs. Oh, they lost Jordan Alvarez. That killed him. I gotta see because like there's no way. So even with Jordan Alvarez, they they bow out to an 80 and 82 team. I had 276 homers. Wow, that's not expected. I mean, so live, but like last year we had teams hitting 353. They bow out to the Indians. Dodgers can win the pennant today in LA. Let's go Braves! Come on. Yes, the Braves get it done. They can win the pennant in Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers, very good. They got Bueller, Suki Toussaint. If he pitches the game of his life. Here we go. Oh god, this looks very, very Dodgers right now. Yeah, Cunha, Fred Freeman. We need all the guys to step up. Gotta do this shit. Chop on. Here we go. I would love like 6 runs in the first. I'll take 2 though. It can change in an instant. I don't know why I'm nervous right now. It's a fucking video game. It's a simulation. 3. I still don't feel like 3 runs is enough against this Dodgers team, though. They're going to wake up at some point. No matter of if they're going to wake up. No matter of when. Yeah, they got 2. They got 2. We need that insurance now. Come on. Well, I mean, all right. Will Smith on the mound for the Braves. Here we go. To win the pennant. The 3-2. The Jock Peterson. Oh! He held up all 4. Stroman comes in. No fucking around. Oh, no. 2 on, no one out. Will Smith at the plate. The 1-2. Strike 3. Here's Seager now. And the pitcher spot is on deck. Oh, no, that's a base hit. That's going to tie the game. Brown in third, heading for home. Brown-eyed handsome man to throw. They're going to throw to third? That just cost them the pennant. The Dodgers win the pennant. No. Dodgers win the pennant. A 2-run walk-off double. The NLCS. Why do you throw to third? Why did you throw to third? Okay, well, you got the 108 for Dodgers. The 80 and 82 Indians. The Indians have not won a World Series in 74 years. 1948 was their last World Championship. The Dodgers are the reigning World Champions. The Indians take game 1. The Indians take game 2. They can win this thing back home. This would be a 30 for 30 in the making. They take game 3. And now, here they sit. 1 game removed. An 80 and 82 team. In the worst division in the history of baseball. 1 game away from the World Series. A Progressive Field packed to the brim. All the Cleveland people were here. LeBron, no, he's not in Cleveland anymore. Manziel is here. The Dodgers lineup. Look, this all favors the Dodgers. Yeah, the Indians have a 3-1 lead. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Game 4 of the World Series. Dodgers get 2 in the top of the second for the first runs of the ball game. It's over. This thing's going to game 5. 6 runs through 4 innings. Indians only have 1 hit. They have 3. Game's not as over as I proclaimed it to be. 6-4. Oh, 8-4. It's over. Over. If the Indians score 5 runs and walk off in the bottom of the 9th in the World Series, I won't believe it. Exactly. We're going to game 5. Tomorrow, today now, I did simulate that, in Cleveland. Shane Bieber versus David Price. Shane Bieber, the two-time defending American League Cy Young Award winner. He's not going to win it this year, probably not. Let's see what the Indians can do. Come on, this sold-out crowd here in Cleveland. That this team has to know. Francona has to know this franchise has not won a world championship since 1948. We're up 3-1 against the Cubs in 2016, and we choked. That's what he's telling him right now. We can't do the same thing against the Dodgers. They start out by getting one in the bottom of the first. Good start. Need more than that, though, to beat the Dodgers. They got two more and never score enough runs. The Dodgers got one right back. They got four! And here the Indians sit 3 outs away. Ryan Sheriff on the mound, Max Muncy at the plate. The 3-2. Low, ball four. Muncy takes his base. But with 6 runs of insurance, that shouldn't really matter. Jose Urquidy, I think it's how you pronounce it. I don't really know, though. Urquidy? Or I'm going to pronounce it Urquidy. He's like, Will Smith pops, flies it deep. Oh, it's over his head in center field. That's going to bring in Muncy. Oh, round third will actually stay at third. Here comes Conforto. 2-2. He's 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Indians down to 2 outs. And their fans, their heartbeat's starting to get up there. AJ Pollock, the 1-0 pitch. A liner right to Cooper at first. Right to Garrett Cooper. We're going to take this one pitch by pitch. Zach McKinstry, the second baseman. 2 men in the ninth. He'll look at ball one. 2 men on, 2 men out. 1-0. 7-1. The Indians looking for their first World Series in 74 years. The 0-1 pitch. Looked at for a strike to even the count at 1-1. This city, this ballpark is ready to explode. The 1-1. Oh, it's taken for ball 2. Fans are just killing themselves right now. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Out of play. Down to their final strike are the Dodgers. 2-2. Swung on and flied into center. Oscar Mercado is there. And for the first time since 1948, the Cleveland Indians have won the World Series. There will be no repeat champion. The Indians, 74 years in the making, have won the World Series at 80 and 82. That is going to be one hell of a 30 for 30. Go from 80 and 82. In the regular season. First under 500 team to qualify for the playoffs. You end it as winning your first World Series since 1948. It's Monty Grandal, the former Dodger, taking home World Series MVP. Do the awards and then call it. Unreal. 74 years. 74 years. It's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. 74 years on a World Series. In dominating fashion, really, throughout the playoffs. The 80 and 82. 80 and 82 Cleveland Indians are world champions in 2022. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Wow. Must feel like the weight of a world was taken off the city of Cleveland. They got the Cavaliers title back in 2016, I think it was. But it's not the same. Not the same in 74 years. Which now we got to focus at the next longest title drought in Major League Baseball. Because the Cubs, they after 108 years, for 108 years, the Cubs finally won the World Series. For 74 years. The Indians won the World Series. The next one, the Texas Rangers. Since 1961, the Rangers have never won the World Series. I mean, the standings. All right, Gold Gloves. Cole, Mitch Garver, Alvarez, Hanser, Alberto, Matt Chapman, of course. The Mullins, Intron Simmons, Cedric Mullins, Brian Buxton, and Judge. Now the National League, Kwang Hyun Kim, Danny Jansen, Eric Hosmer, Tetsudo Yamada, Renato, Miguel Rojas, Jack Peterson, Harrison Bader, and Corey Ray. Next is reliever leader. So, anyway, but the real question is, when are the Texas Rangers going to win their first World Series? They haven't won one. They haven't won one in 61 years. His AL reliever with only Luis Severino. Wow. When did he make the move to reliever? I think that was when they made the move, 2021, because they realized he's going to miss all 2020. And honestly, good for him. Got all the way back. He's been an all-star as a starter and a reliever. Good for him. And the National League goes to Will Smith, the Braves. It's nice. It's nice, but you didn't trust him to get Corey Seager out, and you lost the pennant off. Silver Sluggers now. There's Sanchez, Jordan Alvarez, Nicky Lopez, Rod Jr., Gleyber Torres, Kyle Tucker, Mike Trout, obviously. And Alex Verdugo and Nick Madrigal. Nick Madrigal's the White Sox designated hitter. Wow, the weak DH class. So Noah Syndergaard, Joey Bart, Reese Hoskins, Gavin Lux, Tony Ozuna, Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto, Cody Bellinger, and Mookie Betts for the National League. The Rookie of the Year now. Travis Blankenhorn from the Royals. Pretty decent rookie season. Okay, fair. First baseman in the National League is Evan White. I cannot believe he did not fulfill his rookie status. I just can't believe that. He's got a good one, and I can't believe the Mariners got rid of him. Manager of the year. I think the manager of the year, honestly, it has to be. They gave it to Vince Coleman. The same Vince Coleman. That stole a lot of bases in the early 80s. I'll get into Frank Francona because he turned 80 and 82 team to World Series champion. You know it's just going to be Dave Roberts? Yes. And, got the Cy Young. Goes to Shohei Ohtani, his second Cy Young, I believe it was. He was unanimous. The guy is simply incredible. He OPS 960. Like he had an OPS plus of 155. He was an exceptional hitter, an exceptional pitcher. Once in a not once in a lifetime, maybe once ever kind of player. And it's Luis Castillo from Cincinnati winning it, 22 first place votes. And finally, the American League and National League MVPs. Of course, there's going to be Ohtani. Of course, it was. The guy, there's nothing Shohei Ohtani can't do on a baseball field. And Juan Soto, the youngest person ever, 26 first place votes, only 24 and already in his sixth major league season. Fifth major league season, about to enter his sixth. 23, he became the youngest to ever hit 50 in a season. I believe Fielder was also 23, so tied. Anyway, I'm going to call it. I'll call it for the night.